Hey everyone, JJDK here. Today I have compiled a list of my personal favorite supernatural horror films, mostly movies I grew up watching. Hope you all enjoy the video.
We're gonna wake up. It's a dream.
It's only a dream.
No, it's not.
Phantasm 2 is one of the first horror movies I've seen and my favorite of the series. When I was a kid, they would play it often during the Halloween season on WPIX 11's Shocktober. The film is very nostalgic for me, especially the score. It is definitely one of my favorite horror movie themes. It matches the film's spooky and haunting tone perfectly. I love the creatures and the apparitions presented. It is always nice to see a good variety of monsters, and the effects are great. The Tall Man, played by Angus Scrimm, who unfortunately died recently, is a very underrated horror icon, and Phantasm 2 is a must-see for any fan of classic 80s horror.
You think that when you die, you go to heaven. You come to us.
This is not a satisfying story. This is not reality. Not reality. Not reality. This is reality.
In the Mouth of Madness is the third installment of John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy, preceded by The Thing and Prince of Darkness. The film pays tribute to the work of H.P. Lovecraft, with many references to his stories and themes. Its title is a play on the Lovecraft novel At the Mountains of Madness. The film is packed with twisted imagery, Lovecraftian-style creatures, and awesome effects. The story is also very good. It follows the tale of horror author Sutter Kane, whose nightmarish writings are coming to life and infecting the real world with madness and abominations.
Evolving into a being that has never existed before.
I'm Crawford Tillinghast.
Let it happen, Crawford.
No!
Let it out.
Oh, it's so beautiful. So
beautiful. Now you can truly see.
From Beyond is an adaptation of the short story by H.P. Lovecraft. Directed by one of my favorite directors, Stuart Gordon, more known for his adaptation of the Lovecraft film Reanimator. From Beyond delivers a tale of like none I have heard before, riddled with occult sciences and mysteries, as one would expect from a Lovecraft film. Though this adaptation is by far the most gory and bizarre I have ever seen. Starring horror legends Jeffrey Combs, Ken Fourier, and Barbara Crampton, From Beyond is a must-see 80s B-movie classic, which unfortunately was overlooked by fans far too often.
Please, God.
This is God. Watch this.
This one needs no introduction. This movie terrified me as a kid. Though looking back, much of it seems hokey now. I still very much enjoy this film. Freddy is my favorite of the 80s slashers. New Line Cinema would most likely agree, being that the Nightmare series is what made them big and put them on the map as one of the biggest movie companies today. I am sure you all are familiar with Freddy. If you're not, watch the fucking movies. It's mandatory horror.
Hey, Nancy. Nobody in the hallway.
Cenobites gave me an experience beyond limits. Pain and pleasure, indivisible.
Based on the book Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker, the original Hellraiser is by far my favorite horror film. Pinhead and the Cenobites are of course iconic figures of horror, as are the characters of Frank and Julia, of whose characters are further elaborated on in Hellraiser 2: Hellbound. The film is most notable for its gory visual effects and absence of humor, as well as the sinister nature of the characters portrayed. Very rarely does a film this dark and gory find its way into the hearts and minds of mainstream audiences. Hellraiser is the exception.
Jesus wept.
And that concludes my first top 5 list. Hope you all are well and enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.